Hello, this is me again, Costa viewpoint. I'm just trying to make this video, record this video in English, just to help some people to understand what I'm talking about, because I have a couple of friends that ask me what I mean in my video and stuff, because I speak in Portuguese, therefore is not easy for them to understand. Especially my previous video, I spoke about the development of a country. Doesn't matter which country, especially I speak about my own country, São Tomé and Príncipe, or African countries, especially Angola, Mozambique, Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, São Tomé and Príncipe. I have heard a lot of people talking about the development of the country, African country, that the poverty is massive, and they expect that the government, the politicians, the president, the prime ministers, etc., to solve the problem, to lead the country towards development. Now, my question is, which are your contribution that you are giving to make that possible? Because a lot of people expect the country developed. For example, we know that the African countries are very, sometimes not all of them, some places very dirty, everything destroyed and stuff. Now I want to ask, is that the politicians or is the people? Because especially I speak about, if I take an example like my country, people always tell, we don't have water, we don't have where to wash clothes, we don't have electricity, we don't have that, we don't have public toilets, and a lot of things. But when the government makes a effort, put water, drinkable water for you, what you guys do? You destroy everything. You break the tap, and leave the water, let the water run for 24 hours. And you don't see that and try to save the water. You just say, that is not my business, this is not my thing, it's okay, leave it. It's the mentality of the people that is the reason for the poverty. So if you don't have the money, don't try to blame the government. Try to see what's your contribution. Try to keep your city, your country clean. The same way you keep your house clean. You wash your dishes, you wash your clothes, you keep the house tidy. It's the same thing you have to do with your country. Do not expect just the minister and stuff. Although they have the people to clean the streets and collect the garbage and stuff, do not just expect these people to do that. Try to do your contribution. Try to make an effort and do the best you can to keep it clean and tidy. And another thing that I want to say is about you talking about the beach. We want a good image, reputation for our country there. So why people, for example, keep stealing sand in the street, on the beach? Keep the beach very, very dirty. So there are a lot of things that we can do. We can contribute. Another thing that I think that is the reason of the poverty of many countries, especially African countries, is the mentality. This massive and irrational and massive reproduction, of children. They want a country to develop, but one man, a couple, or a man or woman with 6, 7, 10 kids, children. So if you, for example, you want your country to grow, let's take little example. If you have money, you have £5, you have just one child. With these £5, you can provide better food for this one child, rather than if you had 10 children or 2 or 6, right? If you have, for example, £20 or 20 euros to buy clothes for one child, with £20 you can buy a jacket or a sweater for £5, a trouser £5, and a shoes for £10. But if you have 6 kids, £20 or euro will not be enough, right? So it's the same thing. If you, for example, you want your country to develop, you want the government to help, you have to stop this irrational delivering. You are baby reproduction. Stop giving a lot of reproducing a lot of child, because this does not in nothing contribute for development of your country. So cut it off. 2-3 kids is okay, because how the government will provide good education, for a lot of these people. If they expect, for example, this year 20,000 students, in the school, children, but when they receive the paper, the balance, they check that is not what they expect, is double or triple. So what will happen? We will have an overloaded classroom, no place to chill, to sit, too hot, and they cannot, what we'll say, the country has no condition because kids, they don't have a place to sit, don't have a chair, don't have that. The problem is in you, your mentality. And as long the African people do not change the mentality and do not try just to blame the government and change and unless they change their behavior, the way you think, I will tell you, there is no way to provide development. There is no way to see our countries, our continent to develop. So let's just cut simple thing, give our contribution, lend a hand, because the relationship between politician and folk, people, is the same for parents, is the same from parents with children. We African, we black people, we know, and especially speak about my country, that children always help parents. When parents go work, they wash this, they wash this, they sweep the backyard, they catch water, they clean the house, they do a lot of things to help the parents. So it's the same theory that is applicable in the relationship between politicians, president, minister, the government, the government with the people. So the government do whatever it takes, whatever it takes to provide food, education, and to supply this and many other needs of the folk, of the people. So what they do expect to get back from the people, for the children, is collaboration. If the government make effort and provide her something, we should keep it, save it, do it as our thing. So the money that they will get to invest in something, they will get the money. If they get money, they will invest in something else, and not if we destroy it, they have to repair what we destroy. So we are like catching water with basket that has no has wall underneath. So it's like the same thing that you had like a cover the sun with sieve. So let's just think about that. If you want the development of your country, keep your city clean. Yeah, keep your country clean. If you get something for the government, protect it. If you see something, if you see water running, if you someplace dirty or something that is not the right place, is not tidy it up. Don't say, oh, that's not my business, this is not my house, I don't give a damn, it's not me that is changing that. So if you have this kind of mentality, I will tell you, we will not go any further. So try to change the way of your thinking. Because I have seen and I have heard a lot of African people tell that, oh, I want to travel because I want to find a better life. My dear, you can travel where else you want to travel to. You can go to China, you can go to England, to Holland, to Portugal, to Europe, Asia, wherever. But one day you have to return to your country. Your children, even if you die, your children will live in your country. So that means you have to think not about just today, but about the future. Do not just live for today. Even you can live today by project the plan, and think if you will live forever. Because if you will not, your children will do. They will live. The children of your children. So it's the way of thinking that will change our country, will lead our continent to the development. Do not just expect it. We see the country they fight. People keep like giving birth, having a lot of children, and they said that of course, 1, 2, 3 kids, okay, but 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 40. I know men that have 40 children, and they are also proud to have 40 kids. But you don't have nothing to provide to kids. And what do you expect the government to help you with that crap thing? The poverty, of the country, of the continent is not in the what the continent don't have. Is in the mentality. So change your behavior, change your mentality. Do little things that you can. If you work, you go to the market. Instead of putting the garbage, you are selling in the street, in the market, street market. After finish cleaning, finish selling, in the end of the day, you have rubbish, you have garbage, put it in the plastic bag and put in the right container. Not just throw in the street, pee in the street, poop in the street. These people doing crazy things. Another thing, if you are, for example, the polygamy, people having a lot of kids, shagging around, and deliver a baby like an Indian pig. Do you think, if you have a lot of kids, a lot of women, what will happen? What will happen if you are not loyal? You will the HIV virus will be spread. And then the government will invest and lose loads of money to try to provide treatment for these people with HIV, right? So the money that actually they're supposed to use for another thing, and in another thing they are using just to solve the problem of brainless people. Because if you have your brain think about being healthy and happy, you do not need 3, 10, 20 women to be happy. So give your contribution. And do not just sit and think, the government is not. Do not point finger. Do not judge. Judge yourself instead. Provide solution instead of criticizing. Because open, a lot of people like to criticize. Critic is good.